What's going on, all you crazy motherfuckers? It's your boy Billy Chuck coming at you with episode 41. 41 of Billy Chuck's 30 Minutes of Mayhem. In this episode, we're going to talk about the band Avenged Sevenfold. Let's get it. I want to say, first and foremost, I fucking love this band, Avenged Sevenfold. Fucking love them. But they're a hard rock band slash metal band. They came out of Huntington Beach, California in '99, and the band consists of M. Shadows on vocals, Sinister Gates on lead guitar, Zachy Vengeance on rhythm guitar, and Johnny Christ on bass. The band achieved mainstream success with their 2005 album. It was called City of Evil, which includes songs as Burn It Down, Bat Country, Beast and the Harlot, and Seize the Day. Seize the Day. No, you remember that video for Bat Country though? You had the Rev in the fucking convertible. It was like living living loathing in Las Vegas. It was kind of like that. But yeah, the Rev in the convertible with a fly swatter trying to fucking smack flies while the car's moving. But the band's success followed with their self-titled album, includes singles such as Critical Acclaim, Almost Easy, Afterlife, Scream, and Dear God, all of which are fucking bangers. In December of '09, the death of their drummer and founding member, Jimmy Sullivan, also known as The Rev, the band chose to continue on following his death. They recruited Mike Portnoy, the drummer for Dream Theater, badass motherfucker. Uh, they got him to fill in his shoes, but at least on their fifth album, it was called Nightmare. It was released on July 17th, 2010. City City of Evil was the band's third album and major label debut. It was released on June 7th of '05. It debuted at number 30 on the Billboard 200 chart, selling over 30,000 copies in its first week of release. Not too shabby. It utilized a more epic classic metal sound than Avenged Sevenfold's previous albums, which had been grouped into the metalcore genre. Uh, Metalcore. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, the album is also notable for the absence of screamed and growled vocals. He didn't do it that much this album. Shadows worked with vocal coach Ron Anderson, whose clients have been included Axl Rose and Chris Cornell. He worked with him for months before the before the album's release, due to achieve a sound that had grit while still having the tone. After playing Ozfest in '06, Avenged Sevenfold memorably beat out R&B singers Rihanna and Chris Brown. Wrong choice of words. Panic at the Disco, Angels and Airwaves, and James Blunt for the title of Best New Artist at the MTV Video Music Awards. Thanks in part to their Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas inspired song Bat Country. I fucking love that video. They returned to the band's Warped Tour, this time headlining. and then continued on their own Cities of Evil tour. Mm. So, but anyways, Avenged Sevenfold's mainstream success got them an invitation to '06's Ozfest tour on the main stage alongside other well-known hard rock and heavy metal acts such as Dragon Force, Lacuna Coil, Hatebreed, fucking love Hatebreed, Disturbed, and System of a Down. That same year, they also completed a worldwide tour, including the U.S., the UK, as well as mainland Europe, Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. After being on tour for 16 months in promotion of City of Evil, the band announced that they were canceling their fall 2006 tour in favor of recording new music. Shadow stated that their fourth album, which the band self-titled and self-produced, would not be a City of Evil 2 or Awaken the Fallen Part 2 or nothing like that, but would incorporate a new grittier sound. But uh, Avenged Sevenfold, their main to tide the fans over. In between albums, the band released their first DVD titled All Access on July 17th of '07. All Access, which debuted as the number one DVD in the USA, included 5 performances and backstage footage that spanned over the band's 8-year career. They have a much longer career now. This is old news, but uh, they have 2 tribute albums strung out on Avenged Sevenfold, Bat Wings and Broken Strings, and strung out on Avenged Sevenfold. The string tribute were also released in October of '07. Avenged Sevenfold, the band's fourth album, uh, self-titled, was released on October 30th of '07, debuting at number 4 on the Billboard 200 with over 90,000 copies sold. 2 singles, Critical Acclaim and Almost Easy, were released prior to the album's debut. In December of '07, an animated video was made for A Little Piece of Heaven. Uh, Due to the song's controversial subject matter, however, Warner Brothers only released it to registered MVI users over the internet. But the third single, Afterlife, and the video was released in January '08. Uh, their fourth single was called Dear God, and that was released on September 30th of '08. The self-titled album went on to sell over 500,000 copies and was awarded Album of the Year at the Kerrang Awards. So go on with your bad self. Live in the LBC and Diamonds in the Rough. Ready for this? Avenged Sevenfold headlined the '08 Taste of Chaos tour with Atreyu, Bullet for My Valentine, Blessed to Fall, and Idiot Pilot. They used the footage from their last show in Long Beach for Live in the LBC and Diamonds in the Rough 2 disc B-side CD and live DVD, which was released on September 16th of '08. They also recorded numerous covers, including Pantera's Walk, Iron Maiden's Flash of the Blade, and Black Sabbath Paranoid. The first two of which were included on Live in the LBC and Diamonds and they will also be releasing a guitar to or this is old news, but they released past tense. They released a guitar tutorial DVD, which includes the 5 tracks Afterlife, Almost Easy, Backcountry, Beast in the Harlot, Trashed and Scattered. All 5 bangers. So breaking down the guitar solos and the riffs in each song during a sold out festival performance in Leeds and Reading. The band were forced to shorten their Leeds performance and cancel their Reading performance due to a vocal strain sustained by Shadows. A few days later, the band was forced to announce the cancellation of remaining September shows, with the tour set to resume again on October 15th. In January of 2009, Shadows confirmed that the band is writing their follow-up to their self-titled 4th album within upcoming months. They also announced back in '09 that they were planning on the Rock on the Range tour from May 16th and 17th, '09. On April 16th, they performed a version of Guns N' Roses' song It's So Easy on stage with Slash at the Nokia Theater in LA. Shadows was featured on Slash's debut album, Slash, in the song Nothing to Say. Shadows and the rest of the band has expressed interest in making a follow up to their self titled record. They announced that they plan to start writing in June of '09 and recording in October of '09. Shadows also said in an interview with Loveline that the next record would be a more classic metal, more rock oriented record, since the self titled record was very experimental, he said. He also said it would feature more progressive, longer songs and would be the biggest Avenged Sevenfold record ever. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You got some bangers. Additionally, he said they were possibly thinking about making a concept record on July 15th of '09. Their website and MySpace. That's how old this article is. Their MySpace profile were updated with a statement from Shadows implying that work on the next album has started, but they were still throwing around ideas. The update was on the same day that Waking the Fallen went gold. In an interview, Shadows revealed that after after the band will complete their tour with a final performance at the Sonosphere Festival on August 2nd, they will get in the studio and and record record a new studio album, a follow up to their self titled album on November 5th, '09. Zacky Vengeance posted a message on the official website stating that they had returned from their tour and immediately started focusing on forming a production team in order to start recording the album. We will, in a quote, we will continue finalizing our songs, he said, until we feel every note does both you as well as us justice. So there you go. Avenged Sevenfold's sixth album. It was called Hail to the King. The album was much aligned because of the obvious tip of the cap they were given to classic rock. And that's exactly what it was, a tip of the cap. It wasn't a rip-off. There's a huge difference between writing in the style of someone and directly stealing a song. For instance, you can hear a band like AC/DC on one of the tracks, but only in style. Sinister Gate said he defies you to go back and find the specific AC/DC song they ripped off because it doesn't exist. He thinks it was lost on a lot of the casual fans. It was a bold move on the band's part to be sure, but great bands take chances and never repeat themselves. That he always he uh, he always said if you were to go back and change the arrangements a bit and really busy up the drums on this album, nobody would have made any comparisons because the songs are great and completely original. As far as the songs go, Hail to the King is still the best concert opener they have ever came out with. It's epic. There are some other good songs on the album as well. Uh, Acid Rain, that's a good one. Um, Definitely a good song on that one. But Hail to the King, sixth album by Avenged Sevenfold. Alright, you guys. The next album was called The Stage, and it was the seventh album that Avenged Sevenfold released. It was released on October 28th, 2016 through Capitol Records. They're only released through the label. It is the first album to feature drummer Brooks Wackerman, who joined the band in November of 2015, but he wasn't revealed as the previous drummer Aaron Iljay's official replacement until Iljay's departure in 2015 because the band wanted to find a drummer that would fit in. You got to, bro. You fucking got to. Everybody got to be a unit. But like I said, that was released October 28th, 2016 on Capitol Records. And that is that. All right, you guys. This is the last one. Their eighth studio album that they released was called Life is But a Dream, and that was released on June 2nd, 2023 through Warner Records. Uh, its release follows nearly 7 years after its predecessor, The Stage, marking the band's longest gap between studio albums to date. It is also the first album to feature contributions from their late drummer Jimmy Sullivan. I miss that fucker, man. Um, it was the first album to feature contributions from the Rev since Nightmare. Similar to The Stage, Life is But a Dream was produced by the band with Joe Barresi and marks the band's return to Warner following a legal dispute between the band and Warner Music in the mid 2010s. Alright, you guys, that is that. That's all I got for you. If you like what you see and like what you heard, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, leave me some comments. I don't care if they're fucking negative. I don't care. Just leave some love. Peace.